right here all over in this bed. I pick it up from the trash. This is what I'm gonna do on my garden. Try to use this one as my steps. Anything I can do with it. Or use it for making into a raised bed under my trellis. So this is it. Thank you, Lord. Okay, this area right here is the another east side of our garden. Is all in the front yard. This is the front yard gardening now. I really make it sort of like already a big border. I bordered. It's kind of like a raised bed, but it's big, huge one. Okay, because I put all these borders, blocks. You know, hey, these borders also are. I just got it from the trust, guys. So these are free borders. You just work. Work is the key. Okay? Now, this is what we worked last time. But you know what I'm gonna do in this one? Since this soil right here is also not good. This time I still working to build my soil. But I build it gradually. I don't wanna spend a lot of money for it. So what I do, so this is really in this front yard now. This is really kind of common here on compost. Really, I go on this one because it's really cheaper way to go. Still not cheap, but it's a cheap. What I do on this one, I'm gonna plug this one, line up over there, line up over here. That's the whole area. This mix right here is just my. That's my cover crops because I want that there is a plant growing all the time, especially on the front yard. I don't want it empty. With the most of these leaves, free leaves. See, one important thing is to use mulch on your plants. You're gonna have to mulch it like that because you don't want your land, your soil dried up. You don't want to do that. You want this one is a very good advantage to keep your soil moisture in the ground. So it's really good for the plants to do that. Because I'm using the permaculture design gardening. And also not just single plants. I'm using polyculture, lots of different kinds of plants. Because it's an advantage to have a mixed plants in there. Some of the bugs, don't like these plants. It might like on this part other plants here, but it sorts as a repellent. You know, so bio repel. So it's natural repellent. So that's why I use different kinds of. I use polyculture. So this permaculture is just no tilling, no plowing. You just build up your soil with all natural grass, you know, leaf molds, any kind of wood chips. Just build up your soil like that. You don't need to. I don't need to plow or anything, especially down here in the backyard. I got plenty of electricity. I don't want to do that, but that's what I like to follow anyway. That kind of farm, the permaculture design. So what I'm gonna do with this one, anyway, same thing, but only this is a big raised bed. So what I'm gonna do is just put big soil right here, like that. Like 2 sacks is only 2. Like it took a lot of this one because I want it to grow really good. It's in the front yard. So in the backyard, if it's just don't grow it not so good. Hey, it's in the backyard, nobody can see. But up here, I want it grow. I will ask the Lord all the time, that please make the plants grow, Father. But it's there anyway, all the time. He just only asks. Ask, and you shall receive. Knock, and it shall be open unto you. I mean, hey, ask and you shall receive, something like that. Anyway, but it's in the Bible. Can I say it straight, but it's there. That's what I do in here. One shot is just 2 months right here. This is where I set my plants on. Because I got already a lot of seedlings ready in here, and then I mulch. After I plant it, I put mulch in it. I use leaves for mulch. Because hey, another thing to use mulch is hay. But hay is very expensive. Why not use leaves? It's free. So that's where I use leaves. Thank you guys.
Hey Mom, what happened to your potatoes that you planted here?
Leaves out. Then just put the potatoes in there, cover it up.
They were like, you planted some here. It was like a experiment.
Experiment potatoes?
I think Lisa said they're all dead.
Oh no, you cannot kill potatoes. But look, I show one right here. You see one. Oh, you can zip me, so surprise me. See this one?
Oh, it did grow.
Yeah, this one guys grow, and there's some of them are still not growing, but I can if I can remember, you know. I'm also so busy with something else, but if I can remember, I will show the update of these potatoes. But this is just potatoes, just put it in there and cover some leaves. But this one grows, so the leaves are already washed up because it was so windy all the time. But hey, it grew. Tell you guys, it's really grow. So you just try plant. Sometimes your plants is not grow, it's not so fat, you know what I mean? It's not healthy. But if it grow, if it's not so healthy, just put a little fertilizer to it. You can use organic fertilizer. You can use fermented leaves, like any kinds of, especially malunggay leaves. It's really good to ferment. But what I ferment the leaves. There's lamb's quarter leaves is a wild edibles. It's also good to ferment to water naturally fertilizer. But I tell you what, this time I use synthetic fertilizer first because I use some of those natural fertilizer, but I got some natural fertilizer also. Like I use fish fertilizer liquid. They're very expensive, but I use that one too. But this time I just use synthetic fertilizer for all this one on top of my natural one. But on pesticides, naturally, no pesticides. I did not use any chemicals on this yard. I use natural pesticides, and I show you that when I'm ready to use it. But this time, I will show you how to fertilize my fruit trees. This time to fertilize, I fertilize it 2 times a year, like spring like this. I fertilize my fruit trees. This fruit trees I got is really not that long. It's just like this fruit trees I got is just like 2 years old, and look, it's already blooming. I hope I can harvest on this thing, but it's blooming. I love the blooms of this peach pink bloom, so very pretty. I enjoy it. But I'll show you how I fertilize my fruit trees. But hey, talking about the potatoes, look. So look, this one right here. This potatoes right here, I just put it. So look, put it on top of the ground and put the leaves on that where I experimented. See, if that's a potatoes right there, guys. It really grew. It really grew. I don't know if we'll make a good harvest, but look, the harvest is not my part. That's God's part. He's the one who do the produce. I can make it. I just put it in the ground, taking care of it. That's all we can do. But to make our plants grow and make produce, that's God's business. That's what I'm always. That's why it's necessary to talk to God every day. That means pray unceasingly. I hope I share a good tips, and always I hope I'm the encouragement of others that to do some planting.